see you again and be looking at you like, yes, I'm going to teach you everything. And you looking at me like I'm amazing. And God said, you ain't a narc, but shoot, you will turn people into narcs. Like, she come through again, I'm going to serve her. I'm going to let her know everything. And I'm going to be like, yeah, that's my bitch. And she going to be like, yeah, I'm his bitch. And God said, y'all going to be BFFs. And he like, shit, I think we are. I think that's my bitch. And when my bitch come through, yeah, my bitch always tip too, boo. And I said, yeah, you know, y'all little motherfuckers come through here, don't tip shit. And I said, we can't fuck with you. And if she bring her whole crew up in this bitch, and I'll be like, yeah, it's over here too. And that's what they wait for. Bring your crew up in here, bitch. We need to see all your people. And God said that's what they wait for, boo. Like, yeah, she don't fuck with people that act like that and that. If she only fuck with this and that, I said, I think she making her crew already. And grandma said, ain't you, boo? Balance is here, Sagittarius energy. I said, this is temperance, boo. I said, you bringing temperance to the family and everything. We like, shit, put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. See, the King Ones came out of reverse. Somebody like, shit, you come up and through here like you a star, bitch. You don't see who the fuck you is. We don't look at the bigger picture. And God said, and they don't. And if they had that up in there, that place would be popping. And I said, shit, that's all we want is some regular food. Can you tell them again? And God said, ain't that the truth? 801's energy, boo. I said, this bitch wants some finger food and y'all ain't got finger food. The willpower and strength is coming out with the 8 of cups. I said, shit, yeah. They can't get that here. I said, because they would have stayed even longer. And God said, they paying attention. I said, shit. Even that walleye said, shit, she can make it better. And that nigga can't make nothing. And I said, what the fuck is this? I said, nigga, I just come through just to give y'all some business because you know what? That is a small business. And God said, they need the willpower and strength to not shut this shit down. And grandma said, that's what you need to know here too. Ace of Pentacles energy, boo. You can start whenever you want. When you want to start, boo. This is judgment. Come through. When you want to start, you can start whenever. I don't give a fuck. Start whenever, end whenever, okay? Whatever you want to do, just come through. Hey, that's how people feel about you, too. The project is over with. Shit, I don't want to deal with this old dumbass bullshit. I said, ain't that the truth, boo? Partnership. You got some people that want to work with you, baby. They want to CCC you instead of CCC anybody else. They like, yeah, I'll just wait for you. Fuck it. I ain't waiting for nobody. I ain't waiting for nobody else, bitch. That's the only bitch that gave me a tip. I said, ain't that the truth, bitch? 701's energy, boo. They protecting this partnership. I said, if y'all see that bitch, just don't say shit. I said, yeah, don't say shit. See, spiritual warfare is here. A lot of people be looking like, shoot, you kind of looking like a motherfucking superstar, bitch, and you just come through and then you just leave and don't give a fuck. You like, yeah, that's what she do. Shit, that's her thing. I said, we got one of them. I said, good, because they could go to the liquor store and buy a bottle and be done with it. That's support. And I said, she's supporting us good. Damn, that's support bullshit. And even that goddamn grocery store looking for you to come back. And they be like, where'd she go? Was anybody rude to her? Who said what, bitch? I'm getting pissed. And God said, that's what you need to know here too. Justice, baby. I said, you the permanent fixture in the area and space. And they looking like, where the fuck you go? Anybody do anything to you? This is a working collaboration. If you see this person, you know what? Be nice to them, okay? Because they're a permanent fixture in the community now. The emperor is here. And I said, yeah, we're about to give you everything, boo, and your people too. I said, let your people come through. I said, these people is love. These people are peaceful. They not all rowdy and bouty and full of drugs. Said they have a drink and sit their ass down and that's it. And God said they know that too, boo. This is good news. I ain't gotta tell you shit. What's up, G? I said, what up, bitch? I said, that's my bitch. And as soon as I go over there, I bet you they say some shit to me. And I'll be like, damn, you said some shit to me again. And I said, that's going to be their thing. And God said, he needs to make it even more unique. He like, I think I'm going to dye my hair. And then that's going to be it. And they going to be like, shit, you dyed your hair. You looking good now, bitch. And God said, that's what he going to do for one's energy. The karmic wheel is turning, boo. And that's what God has been working out in your life. The karmic wheel is turning. You got the sun, the wheel of fortune, judgment, justice, and the hangman coming out, and temperance. God is all over you, baby. And it may not look like it may not feel like it, but it is. Four of Pentacles energy. Someone been holding out the sun from you. And that's good news, boo. So you got good news coming towards you. So protect yourself at all costs with this nigga. Some of y'all got a nigga that y'all need to protect y'allself from, because that nigga will fall in love in a minute and be following you and be like, yeah, I tracked you down, boo. And God said, ain't that the truth? The Seven of Pentacles is coming out with the Nine of Pentacles, boo. You single and by yourself and you don't fuck with nobody. And that's what they rushing in with the brutal truth with. I said, yeah, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Death coming out with the Four of Wands along with the Four of Swords too. And the Ace of Wands. There's some contemplation and some thinking, but some harmony within this connection. And that motherfucker looking at you like, shit, I could marry your ass. Boo, we could get married. And you know what? That's transformation, boo. Something is about to change about this nigga pee. And when it change, you gonna be like, oh damn, I guess you had to heal from all of the toxic things that was going on in your body. That's why you couldn't come towards a bitch the way you wanted to come towards a bitch. And grandma said, ain't that the truth? The chariot is here.